The big highlights I think for me for those for that time was the pre-planned strike we got to do. There's a lot of coalition air assets out there. So when we got to partake in the big pre-planned strikes, there was I can't even remember how many, but there was a lot. There were 40-something aircraft I think we had in one of our strikes that we conducted. So to be part of that big package was really cool, and just to see the amount of weapons and stuff that they were dropping was pretty eye-watering. We generally only flew 2, maybe 3 times a week, so we could have a couple of days break in between. So the brief to the debrief, I guess length of the day went for around about that 12 hours. So we'd kind of turn up, we'd get our brief from our intel guys of what was currently happening and what we can expect to do for the day. From then, we'd kind of break into our formation. So generally, we'd go as just as a pair. So we'd have a quick chat amongst our formation of how we're going to run things for the day. From there, stepping out to the jet, we'd start the transit. The transit would take anywhere up to probably about 2.5, 3 hours if we were operating the far up north of Iraq there. From there, about 3 hours on station generally, with the option to extend that if required, and then coming on home for another couple of hour transit to get home. When we got back, we'd have a quick snap in with the intel guys, download all our data from our hard tapes and mission bricks and whatnot. Quick debrief, and then it was day done. We did have one issue in time on the tanker. One point, so not me, but my lead, I'm pretty sure it was. It was just before the sun came up, so it was still quite dark, and we were refueling off one of the American tankers, and it had a failure. End up ripping the probe off the Hornet. Probe went down the intake and created a pretty spectacular light show there in the dark. So. That was pretty interesting to watch and to see that kind of unfold. We ended up having to drop him off down in country, so that was pretty interesting.